Hey, what's up? This is Jonathan, and today what I'd like to talk to you about is something that would improve your relationships with people in your life had you just been able to see and understand this concept. And this is the concept of rapport. Now, what is rapport? Rapport is essentially when two people are in sync with each other and they are kind of on the same level, the same wavelength. You can see this in friends or people who are in love who are like walking down the street. Basically, they'll start to match and mirror each other. So if you see two people walking down the street together and their footsteps are matching at the same time, like they're basically the same person moving together, that is what's called rapport. Now, have you ever been in a really mood and you might have heard a group of people, or like maybe your group of friends were kind of partying off to the side and they were laughing and they were having a good time, and then every time they laughed you kind of felt bad, like, oh, maybe, you know, they're making fun of me, or I don't know, you just get like this weird feeling. The reason for that is because you're not at that moment in time in rapport with them. You're at a different level of energy which is not matching with your friends. Now let me give you a practical tip that I kind of discovered on accident when I myself was in a bad mood. My friend came, we were supposed to meet up, and he was in a good mood and we just kind of weren't getting along for a little while. But then a little accident happened that kind of flipped the situation, and then before you know it, we were both in rapport. So basically my friend, just say his name is Kevin, and this is my friend Kevin. He's a very like positive, enthusiastic guy, like never focuses on the negative. He almost doesn't even see the negative, which is awesome. I love people like that. I love to be around people like that. I really appreciate their energy and overall being happy. I enjoy being happy as much as the next person. But in this particular night, I was a little bit stressed out about something. I'm not really sure what it was. And then Kevin came around and, you know, he was doing his like positive, happy thing. And just everything he was doing was just so searingly annoying to me. Like I just couldn't like get on his page. And it was really funny. He was trying to crack jokes too that just weren't hitting for some reason. And I felt bad because this is my friend and I like him, but just at the time I wasn't in the right mood. And I even told him I wasn't in a good mood just to kind of let him know ahead of time. For some reason I couldn't get out of this like funk. But then what happened was Kevin, for some reason, started talking about the Kobe Bryant scandal. Now I'm a Kobe fan, like, you know, I'm not on him by any means, but he was talking about the scandal in a way that was funny, joking about this like unfortunate thing that happened to somebody. And me, at the time, I was being in a cynical mood. It kind of resonated with me and I started to laugh. It was like a cynical sense of humor moment for me. I started to laugh, and then before I knew it, we were just joking and then talking about all kinds of other stuff. And I was in a good mood, and boom, we were in rapport together. Say you encounter a friend or your boss or somebody that you'd like to cheer up a little bit, it's a trick you can do. Make a joke that's a little bit cynical and see if they respond to it. See if they resonate with that, and then as their mood lifts, you can kind of go up with them to the point where you're both in a good mood. It's called pacing and leading. So basically you'll try to meet somebody where they are, and then you can lead them to somewhere else. So you have to be the leader, but you also have to be in rapport with them first, get on the same wavelength, and then you can slowly ratchet it up until they come up with you. Understanding this, hopefully you can be in better moods, or at least get better at empathizing with people and uplifting their moods. I don't see anything wrong with embracing a little bit of cynicism now and again. I feel like it's a healthy thing to do. I don't think it's good to, you know, fixate on negative things and like really like, you know, relish negativity and like just bathe in it. I think that could be a little unhealthy. If you listen to any stand-up comedian, they will make jokes at other people's expenses from time to time. They can be a little cynical, but what they're doing is by calling out these negative things, they can actually, and sometimes even taking people to a dark place, they can actually be very uplifting by like just, you know, making it funny and scrambling that pattern and bringing people up out of it. It's a good way to deal with like sad things in your life. Like for example, my uncle's a paramedic and he has a very dark sense of humor. Now it's not that he's a callous dude, he's actually a very like nice, God-fearing man. He does care, he's a very empathetic guy, but I think in order to deal with this situation, they're making, you know, some jokes about it, which is, it helps them. It helps keep them uplifted in kind of this dark experience. And that's, honestly, I think that's kind of why a sense of humor exists in the first place. That's why people laugh at things, because it just helps us cope with stuff. Hopefully that little tidbit of knowledge will help you uplift your friends when they're down, or uplift yourself when you're feeling down, and just help you have rapport with people in your lives, which will lead to better communication, better relationships, and hopefully just a better overall life. And if you liked this video today, please subscribe below, and I'll send a lot more content your way. Thank you very much. Have a good night, and peace.